Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another League of Legends Total Domination, and today I'm with Talon, probably one of the most balanced champions in the game at this moment. You don't see a lot of stuff on him with basically patch changes and stuff. So basically, first off, what I want to talk about are all of his abilities while I'm getting this Quadra kill, and let's first off talk about his passive, which does 10% more damage while he's auto-attacking CC targets, so stunned, slowed, all that jazz. You basically do 10% more damage, and it's very highly effective whenever you're going in for ganks and stuff. That's usually why you see him pull out kill steals a lot, just because he's getting that extra 10% damage, and it helps him get the CS, KS actually, my bad, and usually just crushes people whenever he's ganking them. So anyways, I get the Quadra kill right there, just to start off the game. Just wanted to put that clip in there real quick. And basically, the next thing I want to talk about is his Q, which is basically his main damage dealer, which does damage as soon as it hits the target. So his next auto attack does damage. It does damage as soon as he hits the target, and after that it puts a dot on them, and then it reveals sight of them, so he can just like, basically I think the whole entire purpose of that is his E and that go together pretty well. Plus it actually helps with ganks if they're going in the bushes and stuff, so you can maintain sight of the target to actually teleport on, which is the next spell or ability that I was going to go on to, which is his E. Basically teleports them behind them, does increase the amount of damage they take and silences them, and basically the whole entire point of it is just for the teleport anyways. So basically what you do as Talon is you pop your E and then you pop your Q and you do a bunch of damage to them and you put a dot on them, and you basically, after that, you have your Rake, which is actually a great spell. I love it. And usually you do Q, or you do E, Q, W, which you teleport to them, you hit them with your regular spell or whatever, and then you rake them, which basically what your rake does is it slows them and does damage as it's going forward and as it's going backwards. So you're double applying the slow, and you're hitting them with two things of damage as well. So it's usually you basically hit them all the time with all of it. And other than that, let's go on to his final most important ability, which is his ultimate, which is like he goes stealth for about 2.5 seconds, and his movement speed is increased by 45%, and basically as soon as he hits a target or something, all of the blades will come to him, and however many blades hit the target, that's how much damage it does to them. So basically, if you stack a bunch of AD, because this character is a heavy AD character, you will crush them just with that spell alone, coupled with all of the rest of your spells. And just note that you're actually doing 10% more damage just because you're slow and all that, and with the rake and all that. So basically you're doing a lot of damage, and basically what you want to do with this champion is just stack AD on top of AD on top of AD. And actually, first off, one of the first things that I'll get with this champion, just because I know he has so much damage and he has so much maneuverability, is usually I'll actually get a ninja tabby, just so that I can usually survive in my lane, depending if I'm playing it against an AD champion, which it depends which lane I'm going in. But yeah, I'll get a ninja tabby, and it's really good for reducing the amount of damage I take, and just basically since Talon just has a large amount of damage that he can do anyways, it's really good for early game. So after that, usually one of the first things that I'll try and get, I'll try and get the BF sword like as quickly as possible, just for the amount of damage, and it really helps just because his W is actually pretty low cooldown, so you can just pick at them the whole entire time, and whenever you want to finish them off, you can teleport in and use your Q, for example right here, and it's just really effective to just get a lot of attack damage really early, and it really cripples the enemy team just because you can just cut through people so quickly, and they aren't really that much of a task after that. So yeah, basically after that, after I get the BF sword, I always like to do like a BF sword, or it really always depends on like what type of team you're actually going up against. But I'd love to get a Bloodthirster, and I'd love to stack a lot of AD really early, and if you can, try and snag the blue, just because it really helps out with with all of your mana consumption, because basically you're going to be spamming all of your abilities a lot, and they're not cheap abilities. So if you somehow manage to get a blue, you reduce all the cooldowns, and you get a bunch of mana back, so it's just great for everyone. And you basically turn yourself into an ability whore, and you basically just pwn everything. So other than that, if you stack a lot of attack damage pretty early, and you get some sort of defensive items pretty decently early as well, you'll basically dominate your lane if you can pick correctly. Which basically it depends what type of people you're going up against, but you just have to know if you need to teleport in, do all that damage, and then usually I'll teleport in, run away, and do all my damage to them while raking them, and just everything that I can possibly do just to do a bunch of damage to them and just getting out. So if there's a minion in the back or something, just teleport out and rake, and then walk away from them, and then they get pretty annoyed pretty quickly, so they aren't going to like that very much. And basically what you need to do as Talon is farm heavily. Because if you farm heavily and if you get just even a BF sword like pretty decently quickly, it's gonna really start annoying the shit out of them, because they're gonna have to deal with all the damage that you're putting on them. And coupled with your just your auto attacks, you're really just gonna be on them at all times, because you have a slow, you have a teleport, and you have something to keep line of sight on them and do a bunch of damage. So it's pretty annoying for them, I'm going to have to say, and you basically do a lot of damage and you stick on your target, so. And there goes Graves stealing the triple kill. Wham, wham, wham. But yeah, if you somehow manage to get pretty decently late game, just look at their team comp. If they have a lot of damage or something, usually I'll try and get a Guardian's Angel as well pretty early, but usually I don't stack that much attack speed with Talon anymore. Just because he's more of an ability-based character. You don't need the attack speed unless, I don't know, it's just, you're more effective if you're using all of your abilities. You're not going to be able to stay on them the whole entire time as well, so if you're just using all of your abilities, it's really pretty good to just pick at them and just drop them pretty quickly with all of your abilities instead of sitting on them with your auto attack. So anyways, guys, show me some love, like, comment, subscribe, anything, but peace out, guys. It's Freedom Bear.